Morning, Flosstube. Oh, just get myself comfortable. Welcome to Flosstube. I think this one is number 22. I have got to have a look through my previous videos to double check. How are you all doing? Yes, I'm a bit late. Today is the 30th of October. If you can't tell by my headband, I'm kind of getting ready for Halloween. Well, so getting ready as such for Halloween. I've booked to go anywhere for Halloween this year because it is that cold and everyone's getting colds. So, life update. It's been a while since I've actually recorded last. Well, it feels like it's been a while. It's got to have been a good month or so. Life update. I have been stitching. I've been doing a lot of stitching whenever I can, but because I'm into adult colouring as well, I've been doing quite a bit of that. College, yes. Like I said, I have done a lot of stitching, but I'd have liked to have tried to get a bit more in, but saying that, college is kind of taking over quite a few days now because as a few of you may know, I do a beauty therapy course at college. Yes, I'm at the age of 35 and I'm just starting to do a beauty therapy course at college. It's going well, it's going really well. We've got our exams coming up soon. We're off for 2 weeks at the minute. This is the second week for the Halloween holidays, which is probably a good job that we've actually been off, because just before we broke up for the holidays, my daughter had come down with like a cold virus where she'd got a really bad cough. She just couldn't stop coughing for the life of her, the poor thing. And then she seemed to like pass it on to her dad. Then I got it. Yeah, I got it just as I broke up from college last week. Or the week before. Yeah, it's the week before. Just technicalities. And I seemed to get it quite a bit as well. I thought I was only going to get just a little cold, but then I started with a cough and oh my god. It just kept going. I kept coughing and coughing and coughing. And it's not like just a normal cough. It is a really bad, like a fluidy cough. I'm getting better. I feel like I'm getting better, but I'm still getting like the bad cough. It affects me more when I've been walking around. If I've had like a long walk or I've been shopping in town, I'll come back from town and I'll be puffing and wheezing like I've just ran the marathon and I've only been to the shop. My husband's still not well with it. He's still really ill with it. He's considering whether to go to the doctors or not. But thing is though, I don't know what it's like around your area, but we just can't get into the doctors around this area. I was supposed to get my daughter's 3-year flu vaccination. Got in touch with the doctor the other week. There wasn't any appointments. The only appointment I had was in another town somewhere where we do not live and we've not got any transport, so unfortunately we couldn't go for it, but we're going to keep on getting checked up because she really does, to be honest, she does need the 3-year vax. So, you've joined me for stitching, you haven't joined me for a rant. That is kind of my life update. Before we get into stitching, I'm so excited for next year, like, not just a little bit excited, I am very excited because next year now, in February, I'm going on the retreat in Crewe, the stitching retreat. So I've got that in February. Then in April, I've got the Big Beauty Day Out where I'm going on my own in Manchester. I'm more nervous about that than anything else really because I'll be on my own, but I'm staying over with a friend in Manchester for the night to save me coming back the same day. So we've got that. Then in June I'm on another stitching retreat. Yay! I've got 2 retreats in 1 year, But we're going to the, well, I'm going to the June retreat again. I'm really looking forward to it. I feel like I'm stitching retreat deprived at the minute. Yeah, I really want to go. I've been watching the Mad Stitchers page and everyone talking about the retreats they've recently been on and posting pictures, and oh, I'm really envious. I'm like, I want to go on my retreat, but it's not until February next year. But it'll be worth waiting for. And not only that, but the weekend after, my friend who I did classes with in college, but we're still obviously really good friends, we're going to see Pink in concert. Yes, absolutely brilliant. I never even thought I could have imagined in my life that I'd ever see Pink. But yes, we're going to see Pink next year. We're going to the London Wembley Arena, and I've booked us in a hotel for the night, because travelling down to London that day, obviously travelling back, it can be quite a lot in one day, so I've booked a hotel for us for the night. So that's exciting stuff. So that's exciting stuff for next year. But before any of that comes along, my daughter's birthday is next month. She's going to be 3 years old. I've got to sort the cake out for that. We've got my husband's birthday in December. Obviously we've got Christmas, the big run up to Christmas. I love the run up to Christmas. And then in January I've got my son's birthday. He's going to be 5. He said he wanted a bike and some trains for Christmas. I've got him some trains for Christmas, but I've got him a bike for his birthday, and it's currently hidden at the minute, even though I think he's been peeking. So let's get to stitching. I've said it the second time now. So I'm going to show you I have got a whip. Well, I've got a couple of whips. I'm not going to show you the height chart because I've done absolutely nothing on that because I've been focusing on my other things. I've got the abstract design, but I've actually left that downstairs, so I won't be able to show that. I've got my Pinocchio. I haven't done a whole lot on it, but I will show it you. For new subscribers, or just like a recap. And I've actually got a finish as well, so exciting stuff. So firstly, we'll go to Pinocchio. You can't see it very much there, so I'm actually going to take it out of the frame so you can. So if you are a new subscriber and you've not seen it before, or if you're a recurring subscriber, just as a quick recap for it, because I think I need to shape it in the frame anyhow. So as you'll know, when I first started doing Flosstube, I think it was March. Was it March last year? Could have been the year before. I started doing, I showed you a Pinocchio design that I was doing, and I'd only got as far as doing a small square on it, and that was it. Well, I showed in my last couple of videos that I've done a lot more. That is where I'm up to at the minute on a Pinocchio now. Since last year I've done a lot on it. Yeah, it is slow, very slow, because I'm a very slow stitcher. But I'm really pleased with how that's coming out. I think since my last video, since I showed it you last, or it could have been the video before that, I hadn't done any of that bit, so please excuse me if I have done it and I'm showing you again. But like I said, it's just a quick recap of the Pinocchio design that I'm actually doing. This is done on 14 count Ada. Going back, I like the size of it, but if I'd have the choice again, I would definitely choose either 16 count or even 18 count, because as I've said in my last couple of videos, the problem with the 14 count is if you hold it up close, you can see the white patches in the background on the fabric. It's not too bad if I'm holding it like that, then you can't tell, but when you hold it close, you can really tell. But this is, as I started last night, because I did get the finishing yesterday, and I'll show you that in a minute. I started his collar last night. I've done all the blue bit, down there, just doing this little bit, then that is a page finish. And it's using DMC threads as well. There's quite a lot of threads to be used in this, but I shall be working, my plans are for the rest of this year, I can't guarantee I won't do a new start, because I'm kind of wanting to do a new start. I want to get a Christmas themed new start up, because I haven't done a Halloween one, and the simple reason is because I've been focusing on getting my other pieces stitched, but I haven't got a Halloween kit. I've got charts, but obviously it's getting it kitted up, and I really haven't got the money to get them kitted up at the minute. So but I have got Christmas designs kits, so I do want to do that. And you probably can't take me seriously with these headbands on, but yeah, that is how far I've got on Pinocchio. Besides the obvious with the fabric, I'm absolutely loving this. I really, really do love it. I've always said the best design stitch that I've ever done was the Titanic for my dad. But I think when this is actually done, I think that he's going to override that. By the way, I'm in a different location today. I'm in my son's bedroom. The reason being is because there is no room at all in my bedroom. Because of obviously hiding Christmas presents from little fingers. But yeah, and downstairs my husband is currently on his Red Dead Redemption game, and there's something in here in the hole that I want to show you, which I don't want my husband to see because it's for anniversary. Right, the other thing that I'm doing, this isn't cross stitch, but showing you what I've been getting up to. I do a little bit of crochet as well. I don't do a load, but I do a bit. I've got myself some more wool, which is I think it's like Candy Swirl by Stylecraft. I started doing a bit more on this. I probably shouldn't cross my legs, you know, I get stuck. So I've been doing a little bit more on this. I haven't done a whole lot more because I didn't, because I wanted to get my stitching focused on that. But I've done a little bit more on that. I do want to get this finished quite soon, because with the cold weather it's getting freezing of a night time, and my daughter, she won't stay in a quilt. She always ends up kicking a quilt off. So I thought, if I make this for my daughter, hopefully she'll stay in it. So that is as far as I've got on with that blanket. That is my other whip, which is not like cross stitch, but it's craft related, so why not? So I'm just going to put this back in here. Finish! Yay! Exciting bit now. Oh, this is one of the reasons that I'm late doing the Flosstube. Because obviously with the Flosstube, I want to make sure I've got things to show you, because I just don't want you to be bored. And I felt for the couple of weeks, a few weeks, I just hadn't had anything to show, because I hadn't got a haul. I'd been stitching, but I hadn't got any finishes, and I thought there's just not a lot to show, so I wanted to get this done first. I finished this last night, and if you follow me on Instagram, it is Shelley Lewis. I don't think it's a beauty crafter, I think it's just Shelley Lewis on Instagram. You'd have probably seen the finish, or if my Facebook, which is Shelley Lewis as well. You may have seen my finish on there as well. But for ones of you that aren't following me on those pages, here it is. If you remember, I was doing Peter Pan by the Buffy Threads range, the fairy tales. Ta-da! I finished! Yeah, it's took me a couple of months to do. I have enjoyed this so much. Again, with a 14 count, it does have those odd patches with the material showing through, but look at that. I've actually finished it. I've really got good memories of this. I have thoroughly, I mean thoroughly enjoyed doing this, because I can't remember when I started it, but I know that I took it on holiday with me when I went away in August, for our first ever family holiday to Presthaven Sands, and of the night time when my little ones went in the room of the night in the caravan, my husband would be writing down some work for his GTA game. I'd be watching NCIS and I'd be stitching, because it was still light at like 8 o'clock, so I'd be sat by the window with the window cracked open a little bit because it was so hot, and I'd be working on this, and it just brings some really good memories of that holiday, because that's where I worked on it. I also took it to my friends as well when I came back from holiday in August, when I went to go and visit her. I took this with me and I worked on it then, and I got it finished last night. This is done on 14 count Ada again. It's using DMC threads, and best thing about these Fairy Tales Buffy range is you get no confetti, because I hate confetti stitches, which the only thing about that Pinocchio is there is some confetti stitches. There's hardly ever any back stitch, even though there is a tiny back stitch in this one. And I'm going to put my legs down because they're hurting. As you can see just there on the sails on the boat, there is a little bit of back stitch there. And there is a little bit of metallic threads, and I know a lot of people aren't a fan of metallics. I'm not a fan of metallics, but I didn't do too bad on this. The only thing is, the bottom bit here, you might not be able to tell on camera, or you might. The bit here with the crocodile in silver metallics, I did his head, but then I ran out of the silver metallic in the DMC, and because I was that desperate to get it finished, the only metallic silver I had was in Madeira, and I thought I'm going to try it. The Madeira in the silver is different to the metallic in the DMC. The Madeira one seems that little bit more duller, but it's kind of worked out, because it's got a bright face, a head, and a slightly duller body, and that actually doesn't matter, it goes okay. So I am really, really, really pleased with that. I've got instructions from my 4-year-old son, because I showed him this last night. He wants this up on his wall. He wants me to stitch Batman. Yeah, as if I haven't got enough to do. I did do a Batman sign, but I lost it, so I'm going to kind of either have to find that Batman sign again, or I'm going to have to get a Batman kit sometime. And he has requested that I do Pinocchio, because he wants that hurried up on his wall. So, not that I've got my work cut out for me, yeah. So my son's requested this on his wall. There is a framer shop that's in my town. I'd only just noticed it the other week, because I thought they just sold pictures, but I think they actually do framing. So I'm going to have a little look in there, see how much it would be to get this framed, and just get a quote. Either that, or I shall be framing it myself, because obviously with money, it's always an issue, isn't it, in everyone's life. But yeah, as well with these, because it would be nice to try what it'd be like on 16 or 18 count, because obviously the smaller it is, the less pixelated. But the problem is, I love the size of this, so I've got 3 or 4 other designs from the Buffy Threads range, so I think I'm just going to carry on and stitch the others in 14 count as well, because I just don't want the others to be smaller than these ones. I want them to kind of even up, if I'm making sense. So the little bit of haul, well, I've kind of been saving the haul, to be honest. Been saving it up. Pardon me. Now, the first thing is this. I got this from It's Ink Circles, and it's the Reflections of Paris. The reason why I really like this, I haven't been in Paris itself. I went to Disneyland Paris, but the reason I like this is because it's just using one thread, one shade of thread. So I can either do it in a black colour, or I can actually, I might try variated threads DMC, because I have got some variated DMC threads. So fabric choice, I'm not too sure yet. I'd like to get some hand dyed fabric for it, so we'll see. There's no rush, but yeah, I really took to that. So I got that from somebody on Facebook, and actually funnily enough, I watched one video last night, which is Crafted Creative Claire. I hope I said your name right. And she actually showed, one of the videos that she showed was that a kit was passed down to her from a friend that had started this, and it looks amazing. So I did actually leave a comment to say that I got the chart for it, so I've got that. What's in this? Do you know, I don't even know what's in this large letter. Ah, yeah. As well on Facebook. Now this only, not this, well I did get that, get me words out. I got this on Facebook, but I kind of like the idea, not kind of, I did like the idea for it. Somebody was doing some needle minders, and they sell needle minders on Facebook, and they were doing some special ones for Remembrance Day, and I chose this one, which is absolutely gorgeous. Is with a cross with the poppies and the soldier's helmet on top, and it says at the bottom, all gave some and some gave all. I just really love that, and what I love about it is the proceeds they make from these needle minders, they donate to the Poppy Appeal. So that is the needle minder that I brought, and I really do love it, and that will go on my stitching with pride. Another thing I got on Facebook again is, I won't show the actual charts, but I'll show you a couple of pictures. I was looking for some Halloween designs that because I'm thinking I might have stitched some Halloween designs for this Halloween, but I've been focusing more on my other stuff. But I got a couple of charts and a cross stitch magazine from someone on Facebook. Now I think this one is an American one, and it's called Just Cross Stitch, and it's the 2012 special collector's issue that I bought off her. It's got plenty of Halloween designs in it. I love this. I saw there is a couple of designs from pictures she showed, but when I got the magazine, I was absolutely in awe of it. I love that. Look at that. How cool is that? That is just stunning. I love it. I won't show all the magazine obviously, because I can't show you that one because it has got a bit of the chart on the page. Got one there as well. Even if I don't stitch these this year, I can stitch quite a few of them next year. And oh, this one, it's got tiny little charts on the other page, but just fold it over. I love that. Ain't that cute? It's really cute with a pumpkin and a cat, and I just love the fabric that it's actually stitched on. That is just amazing. So that is the magazine that I got off that lady. I did get some charts as well. I'm not going to go through all the charts because obviously I don't want to bore you. But I'll just get out my favourite. I was interested in doing some silhouette ones. I don't think I'm going to be able to get these out without risking showing you an actual chart, so we'll just get the front now. That is the front of one of the, I think I've got about 10 charts in here, that as well as the magazine. But we've got that, and I fell in love with that because obviously again it's like I love silhouette cross stitch, because they're so easy to do for if you're doing something and you want to cross stitch but you don't want to focus too much on it. Like me, I have 2 little children. If them and I are at nursery and I fancy cross stitch, I can do a silhouette because I don't have to concentrate on it so much. Or if I'm doing the tea, most of the time I'll sit in the kitchen and I'll sit on a chair and I'll do some cross stitch. So that is just one of the other designs that I've got with the silhouette designs. I've got a couple of those. I'm not going to get them all out though. So I have that. So that is the magazine ones. Now the last bit of haul that I had, this was definitely a bargain, and it was so kind of a, on Facebook a while ago, I was seeing if anyone was selling any cross stitch designs or charts, just to put away and that. And there was one lady that I commented and she said that she'd got a couple of boffy threads, because one of the things I requested was like a wedding sampler, because I've been after this one. I haven't got this one wedding sampler, but I've been after this one, which is by Lizzie Kate, and it's the A Good Marriage one. I know there's another Flosstube as well that's after this. Her name's the Woolly Hated or Hatted Stitcher Charlotte. She's been after it as well, and I just can't find it anywhere, neither can she. So I thought, just by chance, maybe someone will have it on Facebook, but they didn't have it. But this woman, she did say that she'd got some kits from Boffy Threads. She'd got 3 kits. She'd sell and another separate kit. So in the pack there was like, I think she said to sell them all together. There was this one, which I must admit, white flowers, yellow, it's not quite my thing to stitch this one, but this, I might take it with me when I go on the stitching retreat in February to see if anybody would like that, because I'm less likely to actually stitch this one. But it was the other ones. She had this one, which is by Boffy Threads, Moira Blackburn, Peaceful Garden. I thought that was so pretty. So she had that one, and I thought it was absolutely pretty. So I thought that, obviously I'm going to stitch it for someone. There's this one, the Country Cottage, the Home of Happy Stitching. That's not the name of it, it's Country Cottage it's called. There was that one, which I thought was really, really cute as well, and I really did like that one. I'm going to stitch that one for myself. And then the last one in the pack was this one, and this one is called Pains of Love by Boffy Threads, and it's got the, it says here, that bit there, pains of love be sweeter, for then all other pleasures are, and it's got like the 2 rabbits there. Now, because I wanted to do my husband something vintage, I wanted to do a wedding sampler for next our next wedding anniversary, but I wanted to do something more traditional, because there is some nice ones, but the more modern, and I have already done a modern wedding cross stitch before we got married, so I wanted that something that a bit more traditional. And because I couldn't get the A Good Marriage, which I'd still love, but I just can't seem to get hold of it, I thought this would be ideal. Yes, it's got the ABC at the top. I was thinking, should I include it or should I not? But to be honest, if I don't include it, that's going to be a big chunk off the chart. And I'm going to include it. So I'm actually going to do this for my husband, for mine and my husband's wedding anniversary for next year. And I may very well I was going to say I'll start it the treat, but I'm not going to stitch it within a couple of months. I may start that round about Christmas time, but I think, yeah. So, I got that one, and that one, the 3 Boffy threads, and that one. She only wanted a tenner for it. A tenner for those 4 kits. Obviously, I didn't give her just a tenner for that because, obviously, I didn't want to feel like I was robbing her for that, because that was well worth more than a tenner, so I gave her a little bit more for it. Because I was extremely grateful for it, and I just love those kind of things from the Boffy Threads range. So, I think that is it. I don't think I've been doing... Yeah, the other thing, like I said, is I've been doing my adult colouring a lot as well. I've been using Les Grand Classiques pictures. I've been colouring in those. So I might do a separate colouring video for that, what I've actually been working on, because I know not everybody's into like adult colouring. So keep your eyes peeled, because I'll probably be doing some videos soon in my adult colouring. It's the same channel, but it's just under a playlist, which I will mention as well. If you're a subscriber and you're not into everything that I do, like some may like cross stitch, some may like colouring, some may like the makeup videos, I've put them in playlists. So if you go on the playlist, they'll have the separate different videos like for the certain things. So I thought it'd be a lot easier for people that might not be into everything, but just into some things. So have a look on that. So the last thing I'm going to do is obviously a shout out, because I think everyone deserves a shout out who does Flosstube video. Actually, I think everyone deserves a shout out to even cross stitches. So, but I've been catching up on my regular ones, which is Amanda Panda Stitches, Lisa S Stitches, Teresa Little Stitcher. I've caught up on those. I am going through, I need to catch up on a lot of my Flosstube videos. Someone I did start, one that I've been watching as well that I've caught up on is Woolly Hatted Stitcher. I've caught up on hers. So if you're not a subscriber on there, please go and check her out. Check any of them out. And one that I started watching last night that I've had on my subscription, that I thought I'd watch a video last night, and I'm going to actually catch up on hers, is I mentioned her earlier, and it's Crafty Creative Claire. I've been watching her. I watched her last night. Besides cross stitch videos, I've been watching Netflix. I've been watching Making a Murderer, because I'm all into the forensic things. That is it's really interesting. If you're into those sorts of things, then go and check that out. What else have I been watching? I think that's it really, to be honest. I've been watching The Lethal Weapons, because I fancied something like Christmassy. So I've been watching The Lethal Weapons. I went through them. They're so bloody good. I love them. And I love Mel Gibson. Not to mention you get to see his ass in the first one. So yeah, I was a happy lady that day. Yeah, I even got my husband to pause the film. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. I may have to go through the diary next. So that is where I'm going to leave it for now. We're up to 33 minutes, so it's not bad going. Hopefully I shall see you again soon. I'm trying not to leave it so long, but obviously I may do a stitch along for the next one. I'm not too sure yet. It depends how much I've got to show. I am going to get going now, see what time it is, see about doing some lunch, because we've got hot dogs for lunch. And oh my god, we got a stew for tea that my husband's done. Absolutely delicious. It was really, really nice last night. And we've got about enough to last us for the rest of the week. So, but I'm really glad, I'm not complaining. So that is where I'm going to leave it for now. I just want to say thank you so much for watching, if you've joined in this video or if you watch it on playback. If you're not a subscriber, please press that subscribe button just down there and the notifications. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much, I really do appreciate it, and I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I shall see you again soon. Bye.